Of course, like we can support. For example, we having the many companies in the Deloitte Japan, so we can provide the tax, audit, or some established companies and the financial advisory M&As. But not only us. Important point: how to get to the right person, right? So please come to the World Venture Forum, also international conference. That network is very important, and make the friends so you can connect to the right person in Japan.
Hello and welcome to Let's Talk About Tech, your podcast on venture capital and private equity, brought to you by Venionaire Capital here at World Venture Forum 2025. Today with me is Takahisa Ohira. He is in the global team for startup support at Deloitte, mainly working out of Japan, attracting international talent and running a number of support programs for startups. Welcome, Takahisa.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
It's amazing to have you. Recently, you have been working a lot out of India. How does that come with your global role and the main focus for Japan?
Yeah, so I have the two main roles. And so one is in Japan. We would like to supporting the Japanese startup expanding to the overseas, and the overseas startup expanding to the Japanese markets. And the second line, I have the second role. So I'm going expert to the India. I work in India just now, in India, Bangalore. So I would like to invite India startups to the Japanese market and fundraising from the Japanese investors. We would like to accelerate that activities.
Has there always been strong ties between India and Japan, or is this something you recently developed?
Yeah, so recently the first, basically, government initiative is so strong. India-Japan corridor is very strong for the government. And so there decides the many activities and the initiatives. So for example, one big initiative recently happened is 5 years. During the 5 years, 50,000 people, in India people, so working in Japan. So that's a very big India and the Japanese government agreement and initiatives. So we are supporting the data activities from the maybe economic government in Japan. We are supporting the project for the how to hiring from the Japanese company for the India talents.
Amazing. And what are the key technologies and sectors you look for? I learned in Japan, visiting you in Tokyo at amazing Sushi Tech Tokyo. If you haven't been there, I highly recommend to join next year. It's happening again. I learned at this event that corporates are really big in venture capital in Japan. Are those corporates already active in India? And what do they focus on?
Yeah, so regarding to the India angle from the Japanese large corporation perspective, so is actually not yet booming, but pre-booming just now. So many Japanese large corporation very interested for the India market, searching the how to investment, how to enter the India market, but so still waiting. So I would like to accelerate more their activities for because Japanese large corporation having some challenges for the enter the India market. We are supporting the one by ones problems solved. Yeah, we are supporting continue to support that point. And so your question is so what is very booming areas and the industry, right? So just now, so many India startup is very booming for the healthcare and the B2B, SaaS and FinTech, like education tech like that. But in the future, that's my personal opinion. But in the future, we're changing these situations. India startup will booming for the astrotech, like a space tech, and semiconductor areas is emerging growth just now, and the government take the grant, provide the grant for the many India startups. So that two area is a very emerging growth in the future.
We see in the deep tech also a lot of potential here in Europe. There is a lot of university spin-offs. Recently, a photonic computing chip company from Germany was basically, setting the cards new internationally. Company called Quant. They're in photonic computing, so very fast at low energy consumption. Considering this and the I would say research powerhouse and innovation powerhouse Europe, and knowing that Deloitte also has a strong Paris office, your global role, how does Europe or other areas in the world play into this equation between Japan, India?
Yeah. So our companies, Deloitte Tohmatsu Venture Support, already sent to the expert last year to the Deloitte France, Paris. So he is very actively moving for the Paris and France startup ecosystem areas. So just now we would like to the connecting from the Japanese government and the companies and the French tech startups, France startups. And that we would like to expand to the other Europe regions, for example, the Germany and the Austria also, and the England. So we would like to the expanding to the from France for the expanding for the other regions, for the supporting and the connecting to the Japanese government and the large corporations.
For me, it's incredible to see that Japan in recent years has opened up and has become incredibly active on a global scale. It seems a bit like the recession times are over and Japan is restarting. Where does the momentum come from?
Yeah. So actual economic situation is many like specialists say like a macro trend something, but I feeling that so generation is changed, and so mainly the large corporations, the startup companies, CEO and the director, especially the Japanese large corporations, director level is age is changing. And can speak English frequently and can communicate by English for the overseas startups. No need to the translator. That's a very good improvement. And so, many people are open mind for the how to collaborate with the overseas companies and the startups. That's a very big changing. And so now is many Japanese large corporations that are expanding to the overseas markets and would like to invest to the overseas companies.
I also sense that there's more interest in investing in Japan. As I've learned at the latest Sushi Tech edition, Japan is the second single largest software market in the world. Now, if you ask people that have never been in Japan, they will always say, "Oh, it's very difficult. The culture, the language. Do they even wait for me?" What would you recommend somebody international who has a scale up, is very successful, and he wants to or she wants to expand to Japan? What are the 5 rules or 10 rules, right, that you would tell them to make it a success?
Okay, thanks. So firstly, I would like to introduce Sushi Tech Tokyo a little bit. So Sushi Tech Tokyo is a sustainable high city tech Tokyo, sustainable high city tech Tokyo from the organized by the Tokyo Metropolitan Government. So that's a very big global startup conference in Tokyo. So they provide to the very big place for the many investors, many large corporations in Japan, and the many startups from all over the world. So we are making the very deep connecting in that point and connecting dots, and also make the collaborate with each other. So we are supporting that secretaries 3 years. And so we feeling that if overseas startups and not only startups companies would like to enter the Japanese market, please come to the first for the Sushi Tech Tokyo is a better selection. So I think that you can feeling that some language barriers and the business barriers, actual situations you can feeling that. So someone cannot speak English and having the very high business cultural barriers. But some people is a very low and open mind and can speak English frequently and would like to collaborate and very positive. So please feeling the in-persons, that situation, real Japanese situations.
Collaborate to innovate, the big topic here at the World Venture Forum as well. I think that's the big thing, right, that we need to solve. Innovation is made for peace, right? So the world that collaborates will innovate faster. And I like about your initiatives that you're bringing the world together. And as a proud ambassador, I can really say Sushi Tech is a very impressive international conference. And it also opened my eyes, right? And exactly like you said, there's people that are very welcoming and they will help you guide into the market. But what I've learned, and I want to have your opinion on that, is it is very important that you find a good partner, a Japanese partner in the country that already has a good network to really start and get connected and get business moving, right? Just to visit once and then go home, the distance is too much, right? So you need to have a local partner and Deloitte to facilitate and to make it happen in addition, of course.
Yeah. Of course, we can support many angles. For example, that we are supporting we having the many companies in the Deloitte Japan's, so we can provide the tax or audit or some established companies and the financial advisory M&As we can support, but not only us. So important point is how to get to the right person, right? So please come to the World Venture Forum also. So some international conference, some Japanese people coming up, right? So that network is very important, and the in-persons and make the friends. And then, so if you needs and the support needs, tell them, and so connecting to the other person from him or her, right person. Yeah, that's very important. And so please come to the international conference and very focusing on the networking and the connecting. So then, so you can connect to the right person in Japan. You can expand. And of course, I can support, right?
And we will have your contact details in the caption of the video.
Okay,
right? You can be sure. Here for the second year, we have Canon Marketing Japan as a partner and sponsor of World Venture Forum, and always a growing delegation from Japan, which makes me very happy, right? Because we traveled a lot to Japan, and we see they're also coming and visit our international conference. Now, what for me is always the big question mark. What is the right stage for a company to consider to expand into the Japanese market? Does it make sense in early stage, or should you already own a few markets and have scale up status? What would you recommend?
Depends on the areas and the industry. But my general recommend is series A after above is very important, and because some if you'd like to the selling product, selling your product in Japanese market is already already having the product is very important, right? That case is very useful for that. You can searching for the selling partner in Japan and collaborate with them and get the investment from them and selling to the Japanese market and make the joint ventures and many options. So that's my recommend. But sometimes it's very small startups, but having the very core, technologies that not series A, more early seed and early stages, you can collaborate with Japanese large corporation. And how to selling to the all over the market, and so how to complete for the making complete for the product is R&D collaboration is also useful for the large corporation, Japanese large corporation.
And obviously, the Japanese market is full of high-tech champions. Asahi Kasei, one of
Asahi
the
Kasei,
companies that I found extremely interesting. For those that don't know, the company actually invented the lithium-ion battery. And just recently, I saw a Japanese-Austrian joint venture. EM Plus here in Austria from a Japanese technology in vanadium solid state battery. So the next generation of batteries. They're also attending here in the World Venture Forum. What is interesting here, it's the other way around. So there is a technology, but they need scale production and know-how and partners here in Europe. And I was really interested in learning in which collaboration partners they found and how they developed. And I can see that this is also a success story that can be built. So is it also something that you would recommend if you're in the high-tech space, deep tech space, that you reach out to Japanese corporates and say, let's collaborate, even though you are maybe in India, in Europe, maybe in South America, North America, I don't know, right? And would they be open to collaborate, or is this a one-trick pony, the company that I mentioned?
Very open to the collaborate, and especially the technology basis. So many Japanese large corporation can analyze for the new technologies. You say that they're having already the many patents and many technology, right? But they can analysis for the new technologies. If your technology is very effective and useful, so they can collaborate and joint ventures, and not only the financial and the business alliance.
And how much time do you need to have in mind to work with a Japanese corporate? Is it very slow, very fast? Is it similar to other markets?
Average is slow. Yeah, but slow means how to say, communications gap is many times happened. Japanese large corporation communication is some companies are very fast. Some generally is slow because the need to the consensus in the company. They cannot decide the division directors and CEO. They cannot decide them only themselves. So need to the consensus in the divisions and other division directors. So, if happened once the investment or business, the very, very long relationship will happen. So please continue to communicate with them and get to the one contract or joint ventures, some collaborate. In the futures, very long relationship will happen. So
and then it moves much faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, I think also, right, to be very honest, in Europe it's similar, right? Sometimes it feels faster in the beginning, but really to build the relationship takes time.
Yeah.
We all know that from our daily life, right, from our business experience. It's in the end, the relationship that people make business, right? Not brands, not companies, it's people.
Yeah.
And if people trust and have established a good relationship, then things can follow quite quickly. Very interesting insights, Takahisa. Thank you very much for joining in our episode. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did the talk with Takahisa Ohira from Deloitte. Please reach out to him if you have an idea for your company to grow into Japan, or if you are a Japanese corporate interested in more international connections to collaborate and innovate. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.